Yo, push the button.
Microphone check, what you doing to?
My style is impetuous, my dismiss is impregnable, and I'm just ferocious. I want your heart, I want to eat your children.
I'm supposed to be a franchise player, and we in here talking about crack.
This is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello.
The Off the Strip Sports Podcast.
Yo.
Game time. Game time. Put me in, coach.
Hey, I'm in my Birkin, man. What it look like?
Don't even know how to spell it, but you winning.
I'm in my Birkin and I'm working. You feel me?
Hey, look, I be pressing buttons. Hey,
What's up, man? What you got going?
no, I don't like shirts for everybody out there. But the only reason I put one on this episode, you know what I mean?
You gotta rep the set.
I gotta rep the set. But
Some
next
rep.
episode, it might be, biceps might be out. Yeah, it is what it is. You feel me? But Kel, happy to be back, bro. How was your week, man? How you feeling?
Solid week, man. NBA, man. NBA was a good week at NBA. Work was cool. Did a couple bike rides last week. I want to say I did about 27 miles in 2 days on the bike last week, which was back to back, which is pretty solid. I did 16 one night, then I did 10 another night, which was like, fam, Saturday was my stay-at-home game was strong.
Stay-at-home game. That's what's up. That bike gets you right. It builds crazy muscles in them legs.
Yeah, man. So that was cool, and I got a like a hybrid mountain type situation, so it's a little heavier, so it's a little bit more of a workout.
Oh, you got you a bike.
I got you gotta get you a bike.
I got a bike.
Gotta get you a bike, man.
Oh, you not out here on the mongoose. You ain't.
Nah, my man's was, and like them single speed joints, man. That's a different breed right there, bro. You get on a single speed going up that Howard Hill, like that joint right by McDonald's, going up 7th Street. No.
Are you a beast if you do that, or
on a single
stupid?
speed?
Or you stupid? Like it's a thin line.
Fam, you gotta know your limits. If you know your limits, you gonna hop off that bike and then you're gonna be looking silly walking the bike up the street. If you know that bike ain't, if you know that hill ain't for you, so
like stay your lane, play your role. Like if you a shooter, shoot. You play defense, play D.
You know what I'm saying? You don't see Kyle Korver trying to run the point. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, right. So know what you supposed to do with that single speed. But you got the hybrid. You got the bike. So you
I
good.
got a couple gears, so I could go up and down. Life is good.
Oh, you can go up and down, boy. Free. I can go up and down.
Yo, boy. How was your weekend, guy? Like,
man, my weekend is good. I'm out here getting ready. Got a tournament, flag football, Jones. So you don't travel across the world to Denver to lose no football. So
it's coming up, or you just played it?
Nah, it's next week.
Oh, okay. So this was a down week. This was.
Yeah, it was a down week. Just
season.
Just trying to stay alert. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Stay with my game, but I mean, other than that, it was a great week. I watched a lot of basketball. Basketball was
good
great.
Basketball, man.
Ooh, I don't want to dive into that, but basketball was great. Hockey's been great. Las Vegas, Vegas Knights, they up 3-0 right now in the first round of the West. They playing right now actually to try to get this fourth so they can move to the second round, but. I've been real good. I mean, appreciate you asking, Chad.
Hey, man.
People ask you how your week went.
How you know how your mental health, man? Like every now and then you just need that. You need that second to break down and like, damn, how was it?
Yeah, how worried?
So much you don't even know what's popping. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really know. You know what I'm saying? Like you just don't know. You just don't know. You don't know. You might have been in your Birkin, ain't even know it.
Didn't even know it because I don't know what it looked like. So I was in there, didn't even know I was in there because I'm like.
And that's for certain.
That's for certain. You gotta give Shiggy's props.
Yeah, you gotta shout out to Shiggy, man. But yo, we got a couple things lined up today, man. Like one thing I was thinking about this week, like it was like I said, we not Stephen A. and Max Kellerman. We here to talk about what we want to talk about, and I think today I think we're gonna really hone in on that. Like we got a couple different segments between like some great moments in sports and sports culture, some moments being black, just loving the fact that we're black. And then we gonna talk about some other things too, but I don't know where. I don't even know where I want to go first, man. Let's what like I kind of want to show love to like just what's going on in just black sports. So we gonna start with the game ball moments for sure, man.
Who get a game ball from OTS this week?
Man, it's been some solid things, man. But we gonna start with the first and foremost. We gonna let it be known, man.
Logo.
Logo Dame, man.
Logo Dame with the game ball. Logo, he averaged 50 points in the last 3 games. He
50.
Yeah, his average.
Was it 50?
His average in the last 3 games is 50, bro.
I thought it was. I could be. All right, you might be right. I know. He had 61. He had 50, 60. I got it written. It's in the notes, bro. Where we at with it, man?
It was 61.
My man had 51, 61, and 42. So let's do the math. 51, 61, 42. Oh, 51 points a game. Yo, he was walling. 51.
He was balling. I respect him, and we can I'm gonna go off the strip with it. Dame was in his bag, and you gotta watch out with Dame. And Logo Dame, you don't get that name for no reason. But when Buddy pulled up from like one step over the half and hit the 3, I feel like it's no defending that.
No. He definitely just stepped over half court, and we didn't know. Like nobody was like it was. That's when Paul George could say, "All right, that's a bad shot." That's when Paul George was supposed to say that.
Yeah, that's a bad shot, but bro,
that was a good shot for Dame, man. That was a great
shot.
That's
money, right? Like how you defend that as a defender. All right, bro. Dame got 61 last game, bro. I'm locking you to like 32. Let's be realistic. Like we can't. He gonna get buckets. Like all right, 32. But you come across half one step and hit the 3, coach. Like,
yeah,
coach, coach. Like that's all you got. So I like Dame with the logo. I like Logo. I'm gonna respect his name. I like Logo with the game ball. But I'm gonna go. Let me get off the strip real quick.
What's up?
C.J. McCollum.
Hey, 3J McCollum.
Melo. Bro, like Dame definitely got the MVP.
Everybody tapped in.
Dame definitely got the MVP, but bro, when you go 61, 50, whatever, and you go down to 41 because they double teaming you or whatever, and the way CJ stepped up when he needed to step up, like that's a teammate. That's MVP. Yeah. That's game ball caliber to me. Game ball caliber is when you come and you do what you got to do when you got to do it. Like if Dame's scoring 61, bro, give him the ball. But he get double team and you perform at a high level like CJ did with a spinal break, bro.
Broke my back.
With a spinal break. You get game ball love for that too.
Yeah, shout out to 3J McCollum definitely held it down. It was crazy. I was tweeting about it because it was like when it was going down the stretch and Ja was in his Birkin. He know what a Birkin looked like. So Ja was in his Birkin clearly, and it was like at one point it looked like Dame ain't even want the ball. And this was, in my opinion, this was before CJ started going off. And so now I'm like, yo, what's up? What's up? Like, because obviously I had money on the game. So I'm like, yo, Dame, what you gonna do, man? You've been talking all week, and you gonna wait till Saturday when I put the house on Dame and the Blazers, and to just pass the ball up the court. So, but luckily, not luckily, but what I started to see was that, it was C.J. McCollum. He tapped in, he was in his bag, and he broke Ja down. If you saw my Instagram yesterday, I recorded every single breakdown.
Bro, man, I watched it live. I was like, ooh.
Yeah,
but in Ja defense, he definitely came down and put the ball in the hoop too. CJ did him dirt. When it was like time was up, CJ was in his bag, but Ja came right down and just go straight to the lane, an easy bucket too. Like CJ did some fancy, hit a 3, it was cool. Ja came right back and responded in his defense, but CJ definitely broke him down, put up some nice highlights that we could talk about. All right, off the strip, Melo. Bro,
hey, Melo was right there. Melo sealed the deal. They thought my man was washed. Listen,
with the clutch 3 and the free throws at the end.
Yeah, man, they thought my man was washed. Y'all better put some respect on my man's name and stop playing, man. We just gonna leave that up for a second.
Hey, you can't really You gotta respect the man when his hair like that and his facials like that and putting up points. Like he's not here to be playing.
Nah, I ain't even mean to post that, but since we got there, I'm calling it. You know, it's gonna be a tough battle. Like, we gonna go get back to Portland, but since this popped up, we just
since we here, we not going.
I don't know if JR gonna do it, bro.
Look, I don't know if my man gonna get in the game longer than 2 minutes, but that's neither here nor there. Lake Show, I feel like if Lakers put up points and don't play with Portland, as we know they can, all right. But if they start diddle-daddling, playing around with Portland, Melo gonna hit a three. You know what I mean? Dame gonna do his thing. Like they really got a squad. Like they squad is not trash.
It's a different and they an 8 seed. It's a different type of 8 seed. So it's 7 teams. That's like you got Dame, CJ, and Melo on 8 seed, which is something you don't see very often, like at all. Like you could have, like you look at Portland, and then you look at. Granted, Phoenix is good. Granted, who was right behind them? Memphis is good. Granted, New Orleans, if they just got it together, they would have been good. But none of them teams have a Dame, a CJ, or a Melo, or anybody close to that. You got Zion, but Zion is like fresh in the game, and right. Book is probably the only other thing. But there's, like I said, there's one Book and 3 of them. So, you know, it's going to be a tough matchup for LA. And I think that if LeBron don't get them boys tapped in, it's going to be a long night. It's going to be a long series.
Let's not forget about, what's it, Nurkic?
Yeah, he was back. He was in there wilding.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Gary Trent Jr. I like his defense. His defense.
He was locking up.
So, like, when we put those pieces into the puzzle together, like, this is not about to be a walk in the park for the Lakers, no. But if Lakers do the Lake Show, play Laker ball, without a question, like, Portland ain't got a chance, but let Dame get off. Let Nurkic. He had like 20 rebounds, bro. Like, do you know how many 20 rebounds is? Like, that means Lakers not getting no second chance points, and that means Portland's getting all the second chance points. Like 20 rebounds? Somebody had to box him out. But at the same time, Lakers got McGee. They got Superman. They got AD. Like,
you said Superman, bro. Anybody worry about Superman, man?
Man, the white
that's just another body. Pause. Hold on. You know what? Before I go any further, like, you can't mention another body of Dwight Howard in the same sense. So we're gonna clean that up right now. We're gonna get the phone up, sweep that shit up right now.
Hey, you don't think he put in, like, he's a good solid 10 minutes, bro? Like, I could take.
No, for sure. He get you 4 fouls in 10 minutes, yeah, and do whatever he got to do. But I can't. Like, Dwight ain't the Dwight that he used to be.
My point is with Nurkic, I'm saying his name wrong. Nurkic, what I'm saying with him, you got JaVale playing you, then he come out, then you got Dwight, then he come out, you got AD.
You still got Whiteside. Oh, damn, you got AD too. Yo, Melo gonna have a night, boy.
That's like, not right. He's got a lot of pieces in their bench. They got a bench, especially that big man position. Like, I'm just saying, for one person to try to do it, it's going to be hard because LeBron's going to do his thing, but he doesn't try to do the whole thing by himself. He going to dish it. He going to give Pope a chance. You got Dion out there. You know what I mean? You put my man JR and he going to shoot the three even if he hot or warm. Like, just understand the shit might go in at any chance, but I don't think Portland doing this, period, and definitely not in 6. Like, if Portland have any chance, it's in 7, but it's not 6.
Yeah, see, that's where I disagree, man. I think these boys got a different chip on their shoulder, man. I think Dame moving different. Like I said, let me see if I can find it, if I still got it.
Dame is
like that's the X factor in my opinion right now. Like, it's Melo against Bron. You got Melo on Bron. You got, God bless it, you got Nurkic on JaVale. Who's at the 4 for them? I don't remember who the other person is. But it's that I think that AD matchup is going to be tough, but it's also going to be hard for them to guard Melo on the other end. But I'm rolling, bro. I got Portland. We're going to talk about it in a few days.
Let's think about, like, the defense. We dragging this along a little bit, but let's think about the defense though. Like, bro, Melo's not lock up. Like, he not a force on both ends. Yeah, he might hit the occasional 3, but you get a ball, Danny Green, he hit an occasional 3 too. Then boom, like. Now it's 0-0 again in a sense. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
it's going to be some back and forth shit for sure. Oh, there you go again. Yeah, you hit occasional 3-2, and then here we go. That's you.
I hear me. I hear me.
But no, it's gonna be solid, man. But you definitely got to pay homage to Dame, man. Like he came in here on a mission. He accomplished it. He's in the playoffs now. I mean, obviously he got his history of being that team that's like either first or second round out. But I don't know. I just think the chip is on their shoulders a little different, and like you can see there, they also got a Melo. So I think it's a different situation. So, but we're gonna slide that right into the next person that gets the game ball, and honestly, like what we talking about right now would not be possible without this guy. So I think
talk about him.
Homage, man. So I definitely want to show love to this guy. I've read about it in the Undefeated magazine over the week news that I got over the weekend, which was pretty solid. But let me pull my man's up real quick because like this boy, my man's a GOAT, point blank period. Shout out to my guy. So I obviously never knew this guy up until today, but my man, Dr. Leroy Sims, he's actually the medical director for the NBA right now, and he's the reason why the NBA bubble is actually working and the zero positive tests, and we're able to watch as much basketball as we're able to watch. And as y'all can see, he's one of us, which is probably one of the most beautiful surprises I got when I saw this. When I saw the article, because when I first saw it, it was the bottom picture. That was what was on the cover. So I was like, well, damn, let me see who this is. But it was also the Undefeated magazine, so I was assuming he was black. But shout out to Dr. Leroy Sims. Yeah, man.
When you brought this to my attention, because I didn't know about it either. To Cal told me, but to find out, behind the scenes, there's always some behind the scenes work that go on that we don't necessarily know about. But to find out that Dr. Leroy Sims, he is the guy, and once again, he looks like us, and to say the least, he gives us something to talk about every Sunday, some entertainment to watch Monday through Sunday. So, like, homage goes to this man. We appreciate you putting in all this work to have these players out here doing what they love and giving us something enjoyable to watch. So, Dr. Leroy Sims, MVP, OTS MVP. Well, no, OTS game ball. I'm tripping.
Yeah,
OTS
he definitely get the game ball, man. Like, cause we not like obviously that topic we just had, it ain't possible without him. But it kind of put the whole Lou Williams, the Lou Will situation, Lou Wings.
Lou Wings, yeah, get his name right, bro.
Like put some respect on his name. You know what I'm saying? But it kind of put that whole situation in perspective because it's like, yo, Mans is like he got a backup for a backup for a backup for a backup. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody gets the COVID or somebody got to leave, like what car do we put him in? You know what I'm saying? What do we do after that? Like fam, he was thinking about how far apart they got to sit. Like all of that started with this guy right here, man. So it was just beautiful. Like read that article and know that somebody like us that's like out here. Like my man's like, I'm trying to see some basketball too. So
what I got to do,
right? What y'all need one? But if I read correctly, he was a medical doctor for the Warriors, and then I guess when everything shut down, like they tapped him, and next thing you know, he running the show. So, wait, I don't even know what you're talking about here, bro. Here. All right. But yeah, so Dr. Leroy Sims is definitely getting the game ball, man. Because like I said, we not watching this. We not talking about anything right now without him, man.
Without him, facts. Dr.
So
Leroy.
game ball, small man, right there, and then the next game ball, man, I thought was pretty dope. Since you went to an HBCU, I think you might be interested in this. So, e-gaming.
Okay.
I didn't hear about it. You know anything about it?
I just know when I was out in Vegas, they had the e-gaming at the Luxor, but don't quote me. This is when you play video games, but like
you play video games.
Like me and you, it's like five. We playing basketball, but I got my player, you got your player, and it's like us 5 against 5 other people. So it's like us playing blacktop basketball, but on the game, and like you got your team, and like your team is nice or they trash. Y'all go get somebody else, and it's like. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like it's the new age going outside type.
It's the new age. My man, shout out to my cousin Leo. thank God for Dr. Lee, Roy Sims, man, for sure. But no, that's what you said about e-gaming is pretty much right. For some folks, it is like the going outside for some people, man. But it's not just basketball though. Like they got these other one player games or these team like these co-op games that's just what people do. Like I personally haven't been able to tap into that because it's just ain't really my thing. But shout out to those who do, and honestly, shout out to all the black people that do because right now it's some major things coming down. And starting, I want to say early next month, or I could be wrong. It might be next week. There's a esports is coming to HBCUs. I'm about to pull it up for you guys right now, so just stand by.
So they win big money too. Like the winners of the esports that was in Vegas, bro, they was getting bread. Like this is a real thing. So you know how like playing the game all day ain't gonna get you money. Get off the game and go do something productive. Nah.
Yeah.
This it
right here. This is it. And what's going on right now? So right now, like when you think about esports, it's predominantly Caucasian. It's none but white people, like white males. I'm sorry, not white people, but just white males, pretty much. And that are into the e-gaming thing. So what just recently transpired was a partnership with. Let me pull up my notes here, so I'm not saying anything wrong. But a couple HBCUs, I'm gonna go down a few of them, partnered with this company called I'm about to pull it up. Damn, man, it's supposed to be my cohesiveness is trash.
Talk to them, Cal. They waiting.
Damn, it's here. I'm about to pull it up, man. I can't remember it. Collegiate Sports League. That's what it is. So what's happening is they're partnering with 2,200. Did I read that right? 2,000 schools. 2,000 schools. 100,000 students are going to, black students at HBCUs will be participating in this situation. And you'll have schools for like some of the schools. You have North Carolina Central. You got Morehouse, which is already have an esports team, which is, something I had no clue about. You got Morehouse, Florida Memorial, Lincoln University, Coppin State, Norfolk State. Shout out to the Crib, Johnson C. Smith, Central State, Paul Quinn, Prairie View A&M, Alcorn State, Jarvis Christian, Stillman College, and Lemoyne Owen College. Lemoyne, I could be saying that wrong. But shout out to those HBCUs. So honestly, and it's not just a team of just like e-gaming. What it is going to be career driven. So what they're going to have classes and certifications and like pipelines to like careers on the outside of it too. So there's a lot behind it.
Interesting, bro.
It's going to be super crazy. Like because in my profession, what I do, like when I lived in Vegas, the e-gaming scene was on the up and up. And like you said, at the Luxor, they had them joints like literally like every Saturday you saw the lights in the sky. Because the Luxor was lit up. So I knew e-game was booming, and I would see millions of dollars worth of product come through my warehouse of e-game and stuff. I'm like, these just nothing but jerseys of folks just sitting down playing video games. But them jerseys is flying off the shelf. And so now we got an opportunity to capitalize off of that, as like HBCUs have the opportunity to make some money off of that as well. So I think this is nothing but great work. I think this is going to be solid, man. I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, like it's sparking my interest to see what kind of master situation or whatever I can do, because I'm trying to tap into that myself, because that shit is low key COVID proof when you think about it.
It's dope. And like
COVID proof, bro.
And because they starting off with the schools I got some ties into that HBCU. I'm very interested in seeing what comes from it, who tap into it, and like the different jobs and how, like you said, it was booming then, and I know it's been going up since then. And now they tapping into the HBCUs. Like when people or organizations tap into HBCUs, try to give us those same opportunities as others, like it has no choice but to go up and like be greater.
It's like we got the talent. All we've been waiting for was the yes or that door to open. And that's why you see us like, yo, when there's no door, you build one, or whatever the case may be. But I think that in this situation like this, I mean, fam, like I got a whole group chat of homies that just play Call of Duty all day long. They probably some of the nicest folks out there, but now there's something that's motivating them behind it. That's going to be like, all right, well, I can go and get paid for this. You know what I'm saying? So, go get your bread. Like the opportunity is there. You just got to seize it, bro. So, yeah, I think this is a great opportunity. What's up, bro?
Real quick, I'm gonna go off the strip. Danielle, shout out to VSU. That's why
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
you that's why I like you sometimes, Danielle. But off the strip real quick. Yo, in your group chats, bro, do you be wondering like if your mans really be having jobs? I be having group chats that be booming all day. I'm like, bro, do y'all ever
Oh,
work? Do
bro.
y'all ever work? Like
Fam.
y'all gotta like you really got a job? Like what you do again, bro? What?
Bro, I feel you because like this group chat I'm talking about it's on Instagram. So every single time I get on Instagram, I always have a DM. Always. I'm like, I already know what's going on. I already know what's popping. Like, yo, come on. Anybody playing Call of Duty? Anybody else today? I'm like, fam, I need this time, bro. I'm like, sometimes I be like, yo, do I need to work on a podcast right now? Let me go hop on with these fools, man. But like, nah. Like, fam. I be working at the same time, same shit, yo.
I don't be wanting to criticize my own mans, but I be like, bro, do you? What do you do?
Right like,
What do you do? You always in the chat, but that's a perfect way. You know, I'm going to criticize our own people, but we do have to talk about Kamala Harris, bro. Like,
yeah, we'll get into that. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Let's get into that.
This the podcast and stuff. We talk about what we want to talk about. Kamala, man. I'm
not all jacked up, by the way.
Am I? How you say her name?
Yeah. Damn, I got it wrong. I might have it wrong too. I think it's Kamala. All right, we're going.
Miss Harris.
Yeah, Miss Harris.
Miss Harris.
Miss Harris.
So let's go to this black criticism, bro. Like, let's go to the fact she linking. You know, she linking with Biden. She linked up with Biden.
Kamala. Thanks, mother. Kamala. I was like,
Kamala.
Yeah,
Kamala.
We're gonna leave that up for the rest of it.
Kamala. Bro, she should have stopped.
You could have said it. That's all you have to say.
Kamala.
Hey.
So since she linked up with Biden, bro, I just been seeing a lot of, I'm gonna say negativity, but I'm gonna also slash that with just like people's opinion, period. Like it come to a point where we start to kind of criticize our own people. Like, are we happy that she linked up with Biden? Or are we upset? Or we mad because she a woman? Are we mad because she black? Like when I found out, I was like, all right, that's dope. But at the same time, I don't know exactly. I did hear about her locking up people for marijuana, and she smoked marijuana. Am I correct?
I can't fact check that. Don't fact check us, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not 100% sure about that one. But if she did, shout out to, you know what? I think she did once on the Desus and Mero. I could be, you know what? You might be on to something, bro.
I might be on to something. But anyway, it's the criticism that's coming back, or the backlash that she is getting from the people of color. I'm not understanding, like, but at the same time, in like politics and people, anybody with success, somebody always got something negative to say. But I just seen a lot of things I feel like can go without saying. Why are we? She did. Why?
Choose that algebra breakdown.
Why are we criticizing to the point like you do it then, Miss Critique Lady? Like, I'm not understanding what we want, period, from anybody. Every time somebody of color or somebody we know do something great, it is always that hater or some haters. Why we can't just show love, period?
Real talk, like, honestly, this is a topic I used to this is a topic I almost probably would have ran from at one point, but like I said, I talk about this in group chats. I talk about it to my wife. I talk about it, all the time. So like, why not talk about it here? So, like, it was weird because like I said the same thing that you said. Like I was seeing way more like y'all voting for her. That's who y'all running with. You know what I'm saying? Like once it was announced, like even though we already kind of saw it coming, so it was kind of weird for me to see that. But like at the same time, like I could see, I saw certain tweets and posts and so I was like, well, let me look it up for myself. But what I was reading was that like pretty much she's kind of just like been inconsistent with how she's taking care of black people for the most part. Like, and she was I want to say the district attorney out in San Francisco, and like at one point like she got which is kind of considered like the top cop, I guess you can say, of like your jurisdiction. And so she got to think about like the whole area, like not the whole area, but the whole city as a whole, and not just black people. And so like on one end you got like she was saying that like if there's any cases that come across our desk that are a result of racial profiling, we not prosecuting it. We not, because 9 times out of 10 it's probably somebody black, and they really didn't do anything, but because they're black, you know, here's this charge on my desk. So she was like, she told her office, nah, we're not doing that. But on the other end, when Mike Brown was murdered in Ferguson, a couple days later, another gentleman was murdered. I want to say his name was Ezell Foster. He was murdered in San Francisco or Oakland. I'm not 100% sure. Don't fact check me. But at the end of that case, he was a black man, unarmed. No charges were filed against the police officer whatsoever. So on one end, you got like she's looking after black people, and on the other end, it's like, yo, she's looking after police, especially right now when we like team defund the police. You get what I'm saying? So it's like it's just a little inconsistency, and like I totally get that, but look to your left. There's an orange man there talking some crazy shit. You get what I'm saying? Like if that's what y'all is that the route you want to take? Then, you know, like me and you we got a difference on it. We see the world very different. You get what I'm saying? It's like, nah, like Kamala, you know, obviously she had to like, this is what was on her table at the time, and that's what she had to do. But at the same time, like, this is history being made, and that's what we gotta like recognize and appreciate and tap into and be like, yo, she went to Howard, which is I literally was just riding up the hill that she was just walking on campus a couple of years ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a couple of years ago, some time ago. But either way, she was on that hill. You get what I'm saying? So it's history being made, and I feel like that's what we got to appreciate. And if she wasn't for the job, then she wouldn't have been in the running to be under Barack Obama's administration. She wouldn't be where she is right now, in my most humble opinion. So
when you say inconsistent, like it makes sense. So when I'm seeing or people talking or whatever, it's like she did this, she did that, but it's like it's no medium. Like she doesn't support black people, but then when you say inconsistent and you bring up what happened in Ferguson, what happened in Oakland or San Francisco, it makes sense. Like I can see now, like it's not really her, but it's just the way that she's been running her job, and that it makes sense. But when people just out here like she did, she whatever they would say, it's a whole bunch. Don't get me to going because I can go. But I just feel like at the end of the day, like it's more negativity than positivity. I'm not saying I want positivity from somebody that's running the country. I just want to understand exactly what's going on. But bro, I ain't see nothing but the negative. And the thing is that they whisper your success and they yell out your negativity. So I understand. Like they're not gonna talk about all the good stuff. They gonna be out there yelling all the bad stuff. So in that sense,
yeah,
Kamala, you know what I mean? Good luck. Good luck, bud.
No, we rooting. I'm rooting for you. Like as you can see there, I'm definitely voting for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Yeah, man. I think, and that's social media for you. Like everything is right there, but at the same time, you got a lot of things that shouldn't be there. But First Amendment, it is what it is. Social media, here we are. But you got to be smart enough to, you know, weed out and find what you got to find that's for you. So. Shout out to Joe and Kamala. Like I'm super excited. But yeah, I definitely want to just show them some love and speak on that. Like I said, I would have ran from this topic at one point, but why not talk about it?
Why?
You know what I'm saying?
We got to talk about it. That's the
man. It's politics though. Like when you think about it, like politics is one of them things that like you could get the wrong. Like you just like everybody like breathes different when it comes to politics, and like me, like I don't really. Not necessarily care enough. Like I'm not about to sit here and have a full-blown argument over you with politics in the middle of the street or wherever we at the coffee shop or whatever. Like I'm not. But at the same time, we can have a conversation. Like I'm all for it. But yeah, that's where we at with it, man. What else we got on the agenda, man? We got Dame, we got Dr. Sims. We talked about the HBCUs. You got anything for halftime, bro? And then we gonna get into to my boys that's been bugging. Halftime.
Now I got some halftime. It's a quick random question. I've been thinking about it because I've been seeing. So you know, like the COVID came and like you know all the summer trips. We supposed to go to Denver for that brunch and like yeah, I mean June. I had a little
Yeah, man, we had
vacation and all that. Like we had moves and moves. When COVID came, it kind of like put everything on the back burner or it slowed it down. That's, you know, I'm not gonna say the back burner because right now I'm seeing a lot of movement. Like I'm seeing movement in ways I ain't. You know what I mean, a lot of y'all got COVID, ain't even know y'all got COVID because the way y'all moving, I'm sure. I'm sure you caught it 3 times over. Anyway, I'll be like on the gram and Twitter and they be out. You know what I mean, people be doing their thing. So it's a question that I wanted like to discuss, and hopefully y'all at home can help me. Did the hot girl summer like kind of get paused 2020, or is it still like a chance that this hot girl summer can still be?
I think the hot girl summer caused this COVID.
Hot girl summer was the reason it happened. Hey, you know
Too hot. Shut it down.
I feel like once like somebody gave it a name or gave it like something to do, it became like a trend. So everybody's like hot girl summer. And I'm gonna speak for the ladies a little bit just because I know a lot and y'all be watching. You know what I mean? They was like, oh, I'm on my hot girl summer. I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. For real, you was just spreading COVID, according to Calvin. And now that he said that, I understand, it makes sense. We was chilling. We was good last summer. But then as soon as hot girl summer ended, you know, people would started getting colds. I hear a lot of people saying, I think I had COVID back in, you know, October. This, that, and the third. So Danielle said it's paused. I just want to know. So I said all that to say, is it paused? Calvin, do you think it's paused or people are bringing it back right now?
Cancel.
You think cancel?
Our girl summer like done. That party done. Like,
is it canceled forever or just 2020?
You know what? I feel like, yo, my man said, look at this. But yo, it needs to be canceled.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Look at Leo, bro. He had a 200 people party, bro. I guarantee you, it was 75 hot girls in there. Yeah, like, bro. It should be paused in what's going on in like the world the way that today is. In my head, it's paused. But what I've been seeing lately,
it ain't paused. That's really all. It's doing 3 times speed.
And I feel like now this stuff is opening up at rapid speed, or like you could do more stuff now. Like all that built up hot girl summer is now like it's an influx, it's an overflow in a sense. They did it all, like all the hot girl summer for like this one weekend happened with Leo. Like he got all the hot girl just with him because it was bottled up and he got that. So next week it's gonna be somewhere else.
It's ridiculous.
Not forever. Danielle she's for certain a hot girl. She definitely got like 3 hot girl pictures in the summer of 2019 on her Instagram profile. I know she did.
Nah, yo, this whole COVID situation, like I mean, I've been getting a bit more open to it. Like I'm still not out in these streets. Like even when I go biking, like when I'm out in the free, like I'll pull my mask off. When I stop at a light, put my mask back on, and then obviously when you get that little takeoff, you still kind of crowded. So I keep my mask on. So I'm still like a little spooky around that COVID talk. Like so, when I see other stuff going on, I'm just like, man, like. Half of me, like, I'll be double dutching real talk. I'll be like, damn, like, they don't COVID, man. You know what I'm saying?
You can be double dutching.
Straight. Then I look at my phone, and then here's my phone, my
screensaver.
I look at that and be like,
yeah.
Let me go ahead and put my shit back.
Bro, you can still double dutch with your mask on. Look, don't listen to me. Bro.
I'm getting back.
Hey, Cal, you out now? I'm good. I'm just gonna put my mask on though.
I just had to fix my uniform. Ain't no thing. We straight. We back. So like even like through the bike rides, like it's weird because like riding through certain parts of DC, like you be like, all right, well, ain't nobody worried about COVID over here. These other parts, like, oh, it's masked up, glove up over here. So it was just kind of. And then I even saw a party bus out there the other night. So, you gotta gauge it and act accordingly, bro.
Yeah, you gotta pick your point. It's dangerous out here. COVID still going on. Leo out here going to 200 people plus parties. Danielle still on her hot girl. She just waiting for it to come back. So I guess the conclusion of the conclusion of halftime is it's paused. I guess we cannot omit hot girl summer, but people still acting as if though a pandemic's not going on.
Yeah.
Just be more cautious. If you want to do the hot girl, whatever, I support. Do your thing. I'ma watch. I'ma watch. I may not participate, but you know what I mean. We gonna move on, bro. I ain't even see a sundress yet for real, bro.
Oh man, yeah. Hey,
bro, I ain't even see a sundress.
That's a time. That's a time to be alive. Man.
Yeah, but move on, bro. We ain't seen no sundresses yet.
Yo, we gonna get into look. This is another topic of the group chat, and this is the subject right here. We're gonna get into it, man. We've been let's talk about it, bro. Let me pull the screen up and let's figure this out, man. Is it clean, or did he travel, man?
I play that.
All right, here we go. Let me get my screen back right. 1, 2, yo, you can't hop off the same foot. He hop, boom, 1 hop, 2 hops. You can't do that.
No,
because he was low key, got a little weight on him. It ain't even look like a hop. It looked like a step through.
Bro, he was good here. Then he hopped to the 1, boom.
Definitely a travel.
Look. He didn't hop up, bro. You get a no travel for me. It's a clean basket. Add him up, coach. Add him up.
So one of my homies was like, well, in the NBA, it ain't a travel. I'm like, yeah, because we watch it. In one end, like, we watching it on TV. Let's see what the comments is talking about. But on one end, we watching it on TV. And on the other end, like, we watching it on TV. So there's no question about it.
When I be reffing the little kids, I'll be reffing, you know what I mean, like little on the side job. If I seen that in the game, oh, yeah. Look. I don't know what you did. Look. I don't know what you did, but when you review it like this, when you twirl the finger, they do an NBA, coach. That's not a travel, bro. But you did this outside. Nah, I don't look. Nope. You gotta take it up top. You don't get that point though. You can keep the ball.
We can check her out, but that's
you.
Run that
but
back.
when you look at it like that, bro, it ain't no travel. Jasmine, he's here. He's here.
He got him out of there though. He low key got him out the frame though.
First of all, the dude guard him don't got no hair right here. He had no business guarding my man.
Yeah, and look at that little reach.
Look, he didn't move his feet.
Excuse me.
Look, that's not. You know what? The defense is so poor. That's not a travel. Nope. You get no help because you don't play deep.
Nah, all in all though, like you can't jump and hop off the same foot. Like,
bro, he leveled up. Like he squared him up. He squared him up. Boom.
That's just talking real talk. Like honestly, that's just great. So shout out to my man. But
Jasmine, you won't comment all show. And the first thing you say, no question.
No question. I said what I said.
You get a no travel for Futch.
Yeah, no, that you definitely get a no travel for that one, bro. So shout out to that, man. But yo, where we at with it, man? We could talk about my man that's been bugging, or we can get into to talking to white people in 2020.
Let's hit the bugging, and then we can close it out with the talking to white people because I got some things to say. I
bet. So we got a little segment I kind of initiated while I get everything set up. Like, yo,
y'all bugging.
Y'all are bugging. When you bugging, you bugging. So let me.
Who is bugging this week, Cal? Hey,
yo, we got a few. We got a few of them. Let's see where we at with it. Open up. Yeah, I know you. But you know, when you bugging, fam. There we go. All right, we like. Nope. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. A few technical difficulties. We about to be live in a second. Here we go. You bugging. All right, and just like that, we back. Boom.
Hey, so we gonna start
this week's. Go ahead. Who you got? What you got, Futch?
Greek headbutting, bro. That headbutt brought back like basketball 90s for me. Like It might have been it might like the late '80s, early '90s for me when they used to fight all the time, bro. What possessed you in any fight that I'm leading with the head? Pause. But look, what say he was like? What you want to do? What you?
Man, like that's where he went straight to that. It wasn't no fist. It wasn't a kick. It was straight to the.
He went straight to the bro. He went straight to the head, bro. Straight to the head.
Look at my man's though. Like, look at. I wish I could zoom in. Can I zoom in? Nah, I can't zoom in over. But look at. I'm gonna put the mouse on. Pause. Look at this situation right here, bro. And like,
Hey,
Giannis had already bounced off. He's still like on his.
hey, imagine you piss me off in the game. I'm like, nigga, what? What? Boop.
In the game and boop.
Hold on. He booped that man. Don't you booped that man.
Yeah,
Hey,
nah.
Giannis. Hey, Giannis. Bro, you bugging, bro.
Giannis one more time, he gonna snuff you. He might come.
Giannis, you bugging.
But now we got my man. Let me see if I can. There we go. See the Seahawks sneaking.
Ooh.
My man name again? Because I want to make sure I don't
Ooh. Hey, first of all,
butcher his own career. I ain't gonna butcher the man who butchered his own career.
hey, how you get caught, bro?
Fam, do I have the photo? Do I have it?
How you get caught, bro? Like, let's talk about it. You sneak shorty in and get caught.
I mean, I'm about to add it to the notes right now. But no. If you guys don't know, I'm sure you guys heard this story already. But Seahawks cornerback was waived a couple weeks
Rookie.
so like last week. But for trying to sneak a young lady some talent in to the hotel,
Talent.
you know, in Seahawks gear, and obviously he failed, and as a result, he lost his job. Like, I ain't mad at him, like Prime said, like I ain't mad at him, but I completely understand where he got. It was a dumb move, but I completely understand where he's coming from.
Facts. Like, and I feel like he not the only one. He just got caught. That's the thing. Like, he was that's the alleged talent that showed up to see my man's.
The cornerback for the Seahawks.
We're not gonna get into that because we're not gonna do that on this
My
show.
man risked it all.
You
My man
need
risked
to,
it all for
Calvin, you need to stop right now. Calvin, you need to stop.
He risked it all for.
You need to stop. She was a nice looking.
She was a nice lady. She was a nice young lady. Nice woman.
You know what? You bugging, bro. Bro is bugging.
Yeah, he was definitely bugging for that one, man. And then we got my man
Jimmy Trucker.
Jimmy Trucker.
Jimmy Buckets.
OD, like Chris Paul doing Chris Paul things. You know, he got the ball. He made a good defensive play and got the ball out of bounds. And then, I'll be to cut you off. But this is why I started doing this live situation.
Hey, Leo,
the GOAT.
stop, bro. Bro, for real, you and Calvin, y'all need come on, son.
That's my cousin, man. So that's crazy.
It run in the family. Stop, bro.
Makes sense.
She was there to. You know what? Oh my, bro. Her cousin probably run the internet and gonna get us cut off the internet messing with y'all. Stop. She know people. Hey, but
you want me to see that? Let me see if I can zoom in. Go ahead, Fudge.
Jimmy Buckets. Let's tell people what happened. So real quick, CP3 was playing against Jimmy Butler. CP got the ball from somebody. And CP do this a lot. He threw the ball off dude and it went out of bounds. Yes, it's a basketball play, but just sometimes a basketball play is like, oh, so that's what we doing type. So like the way CP did it, it was a little like you doing the most. Like CP was doing the most a little bit. And to Jimmy Buckets, he was doing the absolute most. Boom.
Jimmy going pause. I said Jimmy going Jimmy. Pause. That's what I meant to say. But yeah.
So Jimmy driving to the
right here is like, oh, excuse me.
Jimmy like I got this. Jimmy's driving to the lane and like CP3 like pulled up to play D. Jimmy dead ran him over. And then when they called a foul, Jimmy ran him over. Whoop! Bro just dropped the ball, went on defense. In a sense, like people was talking about it. Did he do that? Like, is he taking up for his team? Like, is he holding his team down? You ain't gonna just be treating my team in your way. Jimmy did do an interview at the end. He was like, you're not gonna just treat my team in your way. It's pretty much what he said in a nutshell. But Jimmy definitely hit him with a football move and didn't care. Playing basketball, hit him with the get off me, and just dropped the ball and came back.
Look at this one. Look at this. Look at this. Somebody look at this.
Hey, Jasmine, I'm not saying I don't support Jimmy though. Like, at the end of the day, he got him a little foul. CP3, bro, you know when you got the face, when you got that certain face, after CP3 got ran over, he got up and was like,
Nah, I'm straight.
look, no, it's good. And deep down inside, he's not good. He is traumatized. He is hurt. Like, he want to cry. He want to fight Jimmy. He want to take back the ball he threw at his teammate. Like, he got so many emotions. Like, he want to call his mama. At the end of the day, CP3 is not good. He want to kill Jimmy. Like, I'm good. Don't worry about it. Like, I know that face when I see that face. Chris Paul had that face. He was like,
Nah, you know, CP3 head of like the Players Association, so I know he got up like, all right.
we gonna talk about this.
But you want this in your contract?
Nah.
You messed that up Okoye with that offensive foul.
Hey, Jimmy, remember the bubble? Jimmy, remember the bubble buckets? Remember that?
Remember
Don't
the
worry
bubble?
about
Yeah, all right, exactly, man. So I feel
No,
like
no State Farm for you. Oh, my bad.
you can't file this claim, buddy. But bugging the most, my vote, I'm gonna get that to downtown Newport News, Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's downtown Greece.
I didn't know who I was giving my bugging to because we had this plan for a couple of days, but because of the responses we was getting just now, I got to go with the Rook. The Rook was bugging, bro. Seahawks rookie was bugging, bro.
Not only did he sneak one in, but he snuck some calm work.
He snuck in some talent. He was
He threw some calm elbows in.
he's so calm.
Yeah,
He went to the paint soft, like it was sweet.
yeah, facts. Yo, so but no, we're gonna wrap it up with this one last topic, man. So it's something that I was thinking about. In my job, you know, with the whole Black Lives Matter movement going on right now, and just being black in America right now, and the spotlight being where it is, I wanted to have this topic, bring this conversation up because since everything has came up, we've been having conversations at work about, you know, what can we do different, pretty much. And you know, while I appreciate it, it's still something to like process. It's still a little uncomfortable to like work through, but word. Okay, Fletch, I got you. So damn, I lost my train of thought.
You talking to white people at work? It's
yeah, that's
processing.
So I have my manager is white, and so every other week or so we have these all the black managers in my company get together and we have this conversation, and we have this like meeting, the Zoom meeting, and we be chopping it up, you know, whatever we talk, and then we walk away from it and be like, yo, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Meanwhile, my white manager just be out there just chilling, like I don't even know what's going on. And so in my head, I'm like, tough shit, but sometimes I'm like, no, I can also put myself in his shoes. And so he actually reached out to us yesterday and was like, you know, I want to know more. I want to see what's going on. And to be honest with you, up until this year, up until everything went down, I knew nothing about, I didn't even know Juneteenth existed. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, wow. And then one of my other coworkers who's also black, he was like, don't be that mad because there are some black people who ain't know that either, who didn't know much about Juneteenth either, which is 100% valid. And I know, you know, I feel like, you know, I wasn't well versed on Juneteenth before this year. I knew some things about it. I'm not going to deny that. But you know, it was definitely some learning things going on. But when it comes to talking to white people in 2020, you know, like having that conversation about like what's going on and like what the difference is between what I wake up and do every day versus what you wake up and do every day is entirely different. So I think just having that perspective, I think is super important. But one thing for me, I want to say is that like you don't have to. Like you should do what you feel comfortable doing. Like if you feel like nah, like I'm not talking to shit. Like it is what it is. But if you're able to provide that perspective, then why not? But working with like I just feel like this is it's not uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable. I feel like in the workplace right now, if you have white counterparts, depending on the situation, there probably are some uncomfortable moments. And, I feel like that's what I'm trying to bring to the table right now, is trying to see how people are handling that. And, if y'all got any advice as to how I can handle that, that would be helpful too. But I also just wanted to have that conversation. Like, Futch, I know, in your job, you probably work with, white folks too. So I don't know if they've been
it's for me,
giving you an extra hug.
For me, it's definitely a conversation that's being had multiple times. And like you said, your other coworker was like, don't even trip, because at the same time, some of us black people of color, didn't even know about Juneteenth neither. So to be honest, I didn't learn about Juneteenth till like 2016, right? But the thing is, it go back to the history books and like the way we was raised. And you said that they don't live the life, or they don't have to go through the things that we go through and coming up. So when this topic comes up, we have so much knowledge that just comes up. It's natural knowledge. So it's like what I talked about last week.
From being black, just
from being black. Yeah. So when I leave the house and your mom's like, "I love you, be smart, they make smart decisions," she's saying you're black without saying you're black, and my dad's saying like, always carry your ID because you're given a reason to fuck with you if you don't got your ID. They're saying, like, for us, you're black when we leave the house, but at the same time, white people don't get those same like words of affirmation. They don't get those same reminders when they leave the house, because they don't have to worry about those certain things. So when we grow up and we're dealing with what we're dealing with and what was happening now, it's kind of like, what you mean you didn't know this, that, and third, but we necessarily wasn't taught it in school. We was taught it at home, and we was taught it through our friends' parents, or just through the man at the grocery at 7-Eleven, just holding it down in that aspect. So when it comes to Juneteenth, it's like, oh, I didn't know about that, but it makes sense because it is. So now when you tell somebody that's white, it's like, well, I didn't know about neither, but it makes sense because of this, and this. They're like, oh, I totally didn't know about none of that. It's understood because they know what they know. When they grow up, they're not growing up worried about being black or always being behind the 8 ball, because they're in a sense the war was built for them. And I kind of like hate that term, that the war was never built for us. But let's think about when everything was created, when the rights and all of it. It says all men because they're trying to be politically correct. But at that time, African Americans and people of color did not have the funds or the means to do anything. So when they say all men, bro, they just said all men because it sounds good. But at the end of the day, they knew who all men was, or they thought that's what it always was going to be. But now that we're here, we're like, you said all men. You said all people. Like, we were supposed to have equal rights, equality. We fought for, in 1964, the movement, the Civil Rights Movement, 1965, the Civil Rights Act. We did all the things, and now we're not getting what you originally said. But it's because, like you said, it wasn't built for us. It never was. So at the end of the day, it's uncomfortable, but they don't know. And I feel like we don't have to give them leeway. I adore the ones that want to know. But the ones that's just like, oh, I didn't know that. Like, that is the exact problem. Like, you don't know and you don't care.
You don't want to know. You're not making an effort to like do something different. Like, you're not trying to change your way of thinking whatsoever. So, no, I definitely agree with what you're saying, Futch. Yeah, it's the ones that don't know that. It's like the most frustrating. Like, I agree. I think genuinely I appreciate those who like express a genuine interest in wanting to know my culture and like wanting to know, what I do and how I do it. So
let me give you one. Like, I realized. So I'm having this conversation with a white woman, right? We're going back and forth, and she's like, I don't get it. Can you explain? You know what? If you ask me to explain, I can explain. And then once like I try to explain and go on and on, she responds and says, I feel like an asshole because this whole time I was saying I don't see color. And now everything I've learned by saying that, I'm kind of the problem. And when she said that, in a sense, I learned, because people was like, I don't see color. All right, let me break it down. But people don't see color because they don't know no better. Like at the end of the day, you don't walk the walk I walk with a person of color. You walk out this door
No.
and you don't worry about the things that we worry about. But when you say I don't see color, like what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like what?
No. I'm just saying, bro, in agreement. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. Fuck you up. My bad, man.
So like
I'm
I don't
rolling with
see I don't see color comes from somebody that's white. It's like, yeah, because to you everything good, but deep down inside, when I see the cops, when I hear the cops, when they come walking, like I just get a certain cringe. Like
Bro.
I didn't even do nothing. But you don't even get that cringe because you was raised a certain way. Like you don't know, like
This the
your
homie.
uncle, your cousin wasn't wrongly did. Your father, you wasn't profiled by just driving in the car sitting. None of that happened to you. So when me and you were both out, for example, me and you were both out, and I see the cop, I'm just in my head, I'm acting like, hey, act like you chilling. I'm like, all right. You know what I mean?
That's what you gotta do.
Niggas start doing dumb shit, but like somebody that's white is just like, oh, it's just the cops. No, it's like to me, it's not. But the thing is, when she
it's my
was,
future, like this could be it.
It could be the last day I'm
That's
alive.
it.
But
Like, when you get my text out now type time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let me
that's
tell my
how,
mom I
like-
love her real quick.
yeah,
So-
like that's crazy how we gotta maneuver like that, and it shouldn't be like that.
But when she said, but when she like realizing, like when I understand now by me saying I don't see color, it's an asshole-ish thing to say, and I'm kind of the problem. But when she said that, I'm like, it makes sense because you don't see it. But when a white person, black person out, you're moving totally different. But in your head, in your perfect world, shit sweet. In a people of color world, like, bro, let's go over here.
It's a little sweet and sour. We got sweet and sour sauce. Real talk, and that's the very reason why, you know, feeling comfortable having these conversations. Like I said, like the topic is talking to white people in 2020. I'm not saying that, like you said, give them leeway or like be able to explain. Like we've been trying to explain for like forever. And my only recommendation or advice or only thing I want to input to that is that, like, do what you feel comfortable. Like if you that person that like, I feel this way, then you know that's completely fine too. But do what you feel that is comfortable, because at the end of the day, like, we are just trying to get a fair shake. We are just trying to be equal at the
That's
end.
it.
Like it's so, like this race, like it's so deeply rooted that it's just hard to, like, it's gonna take time to peel every single layer back of, like, because you look at the people who just like look at, like, some of the people in charge who say yes or say no, the way they feel about black people is probably will disgust you in a way that you would not even think about. Like, damn, I ain't even do nothing but be brown. Like, fam, like, I'm over here trying to have a podcast. I'm taking care of the fam. Like, I'm doing this, and you don't fuck with me because I'm black, like, because I'm brown. Make it make sense. You look stupid. So that's just my take on that, man. But you know, like I said, do what you feel is comfortable.
With all of it, bro, I feel like we kind of, can we blame anybody? Because it's a lot of stuff as people of color we are still learning. For example, Black Wall Street. Like, I thought that was, let me be ignorant for a minute. I thought it was like, you know, somewhere in New York, it's like the black part of Wall Street. I don't know, you know what I mean?
Right.
But during this time now, Black Wall Street has come up, and it's like, that's amazing. But why did I not learn about that? Why did they not teach me about that? Why did they not teach us about Juneteenth in the school books? Why did they not teach me about Black Wall Street in the school books? And I actually text my father. I'm like, bro, why you didn't teach me about Black Wall Street? He was like, I wasn't ready to have a conversation with you, but now we can have that conversation. But also, like, the way the world works, Black Wall Street was way it was.
I mean, it's still a thing. I mean, it's still something to, like, take serious, but
it was during the 20s, so it was 1921. But anyway, during 1921, right? And I was born in 92, you was born in 90.
don't disrespect.
You were 80, baby? 89? My fault.
Listen, I
89.
just made the cut, man. I just made the cut, man.
So 89. So that's a whole, like, 60 plus years before, like, we're even born. So when we're born, is the first thing our parents going to teach us is Black Wall Street? No, because so much history has happened in between it, like the Civil Rights Movement Act and all that. When we're, like, cognitive to even understand what our parents are telling us, bro, the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, all that the 9/11 happened. You get what I'm saying? So like when we're
Yeah.
able to learn about what's going on, it's not Black Wall Street no more. We
Yeah.
learn about Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, the terrorism, this, that, and third, the market crash and whatever. In a sense, it's like we can't fault people for not telling us, but the stuff they put in books for us to have to learn
that's what it is.
and
That's the
take
problem.
tests.
Yeah.
Why isn't this, and Juneteenth isn't in there?
No,
This isn't in
Juneteenth
there.
Ain't in there. The Oklahoma riots ain't in there. The Tulsa riots ain't in there, where white people just wild the fuck out to
Yeah,
get the absolute least.
That was the Black Wall Street joke.
But
Yes.
if you watch the show Watchmen on HBO Max, it pretty much tells that story of the Tulsa riots. So I highly recommend that show if you know nothing about it. But yeah, there's a lot of our history that when I learned about it now, like when I literally this whole summer when I was at home, I learned about damn, I literally remember being at every single school that I went to, because I went to mad high schools because I moved, so I went to mad schools because I moved so much, and not one of these schools said any of that. Granted, I've been in so many different situations, so many different environments. I had plenty of opportunities for different type of curriculums, and not one person I'd never heard of the Tulsa riots until 2019, 2020. Not never heard of it. I take that back. Realized that damn, this wasn't in the history books type of thing. I never put two and two together, I guess you can say. But yeah, man, it's just it's you gotta learn yourself something. Learn yourself something and advance yourself, and like I said, do what you feel is comfortable when it comes to talking to white people. That's my biggest advice to this topic.
Learn something and teach somebody else, because when you gone and you gone away, that knowledge don't just transfer. So what you learn, let's keep this alive. Let's teach our young, let's tell a friend so they can teach a young or whatever, because this stuff, if it was up to whoever make the books, I don't want to say them or they or whoever, if it was up to whoever makes the books, bro, they will omit this part of history.
There's a lot of shit that wouldn't be in there.
Yeah, and it's a lot of stuff that we still to this day don't know about. But what I'm saying is learn yourself something, tell somebody else, and keep passing that information on. This needs to be talked about.
Too.
And the only way it's gonna be talked about is if we talk about it.
Yep.
So let's do that. By all means, the followers, our off the strip followers, please inbox message, teach me something so I can even dive into it and learn more history. I love history. So what I'm saying is, bro, we gotta pass this info, because it's gonna die off if we let it. I'm not gonna let it. Oh, yeah. Cal turned up over there.
Nah, man. But yo, that was it, man. Hey, man, that was a good show, bro.
Good game, coach. Hey,
good game, man.
Off the strip followers, man. I appreciate the input today. Y'all wild. We gonna talk. We gonna talk off the show. I'm gonna be in somebody inbox wilding
yeah, we gonna get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
But shout out to everybody who tapped in today. Shout out to everybody who showed love. Shout out to the who else do I want to shout out? I want to shout out my mom, my dad. I think he's listening and watching right now up in Jersey. I text my brother to see if he could tap him into the show. So I don't know, but if he is, I may get a text for my language. So I apologize, Pops.
Sorry, Pops. Calvin said we could do it. Hey, shout out to Monago. He texted me
I definitely just got it. Yeah, shout out to him, man.
On the Miss Harris, he was like, "Yo, y'all wild."
Miss Harris.
Kamala. Now we got it now, bro.
That's it, man. Kamala, man. But nah, we gonna get up out of here, man. We're not gonna hold y'all too long. Enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. Enjoy the rest of y'all week. We'll catch y'all next Sunday. We might have a guest for you. We might not, but that's how it is when we off the strip, baby. So y'all
OTS. Peace.